everything. I think, if I'm gonna be honest, which may end up having, I don't know, maybe I should just do it anyways. Why the fuck should I wait? Like, here's the thing. If Hollow and Hart are still justices and they're not showing up and all these things happen and they're saying give us time, no, fuck the DOJ. All right. You know what? I don't have time for this shit. Your assistance. Yeah, it's I think it's beyond the point of, like, you have 24 hours. Hold on. I need status on DOJ's progress on each of these line items and by end of day, each one of these tasks is now approximately 3 weeks old. Response. Wait, how do we not talk to the, we, hold on. Look, hold on. Why the fuck is everybody in this? Didn't watch the whole meeting, but they have an insane catch-up game at the moment. They don't have a fucking entire catch-up game if Hart and Hollow are still justices, dog. You know what I mean? That's the problem, is like, I don't. They're not really holding the keys. The problem is that they're gonna get ultra fucked here unless they make progress. Because the thing is, like, internally, if Hart and Hollow quit, but they're there on paper, how do we, like, they need to move past the trust me, bro, is the issue. I think. Because the thing is, like, I was thinking about this morning, like, because I was so tired yesterday that I sort of accepted it to a degree. I'm like, how are they not able to pull up a document and write a single line when literally the governor had to come in twice about this, but they still haven't responded to any of it. So, like, at that stage, it becomes very difficult to, like, actually believe that they don't have time to do it. It makes it very difficult to believe. Listen. I want to make this crystal clear. We need responses to where the DOJ is with all 6 of these line items by end of day. Some of these tasks are over 2 months old. Let me hit up Weiss, actually. I don't know why the entire fucking world has access to this right now. Let me see who's around. I know what I'm gonna do. What I'm afraid of is that we're going to start getting really politically nasty and DOJ is going to lose all their power. Because I don't want to say this, like, jump on it too much, but they may actually get, because the thing is, I don't want them to get screwed here, but, like, we're going to have to do it. Because the thing that I'm balancing right now is, and I want you to understand this, you're the mayor of Los Santos. And you're letting pretty much 5 individuals stop everyone from getting progress. Do you wait and respect those 5 people, or do you respect the thousands of people waiting? But the thing is, I think that isn't clicking in their head, unfortunately. They think it's that they have an equal seat. They do not. They have a fraction of a fucking seat. They're not democratically voted in. They do not represent the people. They were brought in by some fucking dumb fuck, quite frankly. They're the product of a dumb fuck who literally created a entire environment where, like, individuals who are harassed until exposed. And so it's kind of like no one gave you any powers that matters in our eyes, right? You happen to have this position, but you don't have any you represent no one, really. And that's kind of where it's getting really tough, right? Like, it's not like, do I have patience? It's like, motherfucker, the city is the one that's having to be patient. I need status on where DOJ is on the 6 line items, so we have it on record in some fashion. We need a channel. Okay. Um, um, All right. How the fuck this is outvoting's gonna be nasty. Listen, man, there's ways that we can get this shit done, and it's gonna the problem is it's gonna pretty much rip DOJ apart. I think that's kind of why I've been a little. I think that's what might end up having to happen. Because the thing is, the problem is that, yeah, I don't know. I want Moose Knuckle DOJ. It's not that I'm too nice. The problem is that we have a history of people crying about it. Oh, see. That's why I'm trying to be nice about it, man. Listen, I'm not trying to listen, guys, you have to understand that some of us are actually fucking tired and exhausted from having to fight all the time, right? We've dealt with actual fighting for 3 months where actual issues have turned into things about sexism, fucking transphobia, like accusations of this and that, you know what I'm saying? Some of us are fucking cooked on this, so you understand that I'm not trying to start another shit because we dealt like over some fucking psycho shit for right? Now, I don't, luckily, the new parties, I don't think that's the case, but our tanks are kind of empty as well. So it's not like I'm being too nice. Yeah, I am trying to be considerate and nice, but at the same time, you have to understand, my entire team is literally tired, right? We've been having to file lawsuits. We've been having to wait. We've been having to literally baby the DOJ and every fucking step of the way, baby them and treat them like they're special. And it's completely, we have dealt with a completely fucking listen, look, things are, it sucks that the new justices have to pick up where the old cronies left off, right? It sucks. It really does, right? But it's unfortunate though that some of that energy still maintains, where I think unfortunately without them realizing they don't have the power that they think they do. They don't, and that's what it is. And we just got to get them to understand that. And I think the best way to resolve it is probably bring in the governor so that we don't have to fight that fight ourselves anymore, to be honest. But please, for the fucking love of God, do not ask me to do crazy shit, because my entire team is IC and OOC fucking cooked and exhausted. You know what I mean? We're not trying to fucking go to war on everything when people do not understand basic shit. You know what I mean? I feel bad, but yeah, shit's hyper fucked. The FOIA shit is I don't know how you're supposed to express how fucking dumb it is to, on one hand, say that they need to review all these things, they have these concerns, but they don't want to roll it back. Literally, the FOIA shit was put in out of maliciousness. Like, what do they want us to go? Like, what's pissing me off, if I'm gonna be honest, is they're creating a scenario where they're saying they want me to go and like, I need to go and like press charges against Angel, who's not even playing on the server anymore. That's where I'm getting frustrated. Like, in order to resolve this, I need to go and press charges on Angel. She's not on the server. How's that gonna go? Right? How is that gonna go? So I need to prove that Director Angel did wild shit. Like, in order to prove it. You get what I'm saying? Like, now, okay, let's just fucking talk frank about this. All right? I have to be like, look at the evidence. Your director who hired you literally did this out of X, Y, and Z. Instead of taking it for our word, now I'm gonna have to go press charges on her so you dumbasses understand that this actually fucking happened. You stupid motherfuckers. Right? Ah! Now you get it. Now do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what the problem is. So, like, instead of like this chapter closing, they're not fucking closing the fucking chapter. That's the frustration. Like, you know what I mean? It's like even the audit and people crying and all this fucking ass load of bullshit. Listen, okay, here's let's fucking, okay, listen. Here's the deal. You have an entire like collection of like individuals that actually believe that we bullied people off the server, right? And some of that resonates, right? You know, there's been talks about like this phobia and this ism and all this fucking like retard shit that was used as a defensive mechanism for not letting things just happen, right? And I don't fucking know where it comes from, whatever. It's been like, we've been handling the shit in character, right? And I've been avoiding the general topic, but it's kind of getting to a point, right? Is like, listen, we're just gonna fucking role play it out. None of these individuals currently involved are like involved with any of this shit, right? Or I don't even fucking know, like all the background skeleton bullshit that has surrounded this for whatever fucking reason. But the problem is, that's why we're trying to fucking move on from the goddamn situation. But the problem is, it's kind of like, it's like, what sucks is that for us to actually resolve this, we have to go and like prove that these things happen instead of the situation being resolved. Why, if the governor comes in and like fixes it and like, but we're still questioning what to do next, right? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I don't want to go and press charges on Angel. She probably doesn't want to fucking play on the server right now, right? She's chilling. Like, what am I supposed to go? Like, that's where I'm getting frustrated. It's like, bro, this whole thing stemmed on this dog shit, right? Like, so what? You want me to go and like press charges against someone who's not even on the server right now, right? What do you think is going to happen then? People are going to get fucking pissed. You get what I'm saying? Like, let like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I genuinely, I don't know. I'm starting to just like fucking realize this morning, like that like, you got to understand that, like, I'm trying to do my best to like fucking move on to the next shit, because for some reason a lot of shit that happened in character was definitely felt to be out of character. I'm not in control of other people's emotions, right? But a lot of it was fucking bullshit, right? I've kept my mouth shut, but like, I'm not just like trying to avoid and be nice just for the sake of being nice. It's because I know some RP makes people lose their fucking mind. But the problem is, we can't fucking move past this goddamn bullshit, right? Yeah, that's why every day we wait, every day we fight these bro, we fucking put these audits out to do it legally, but the problem is it's still like it's been like fucking 2 months. Like, I don't understand. It's getting really frustrating. To the point where like I don't really know what the fuck is expected when people are not role playing out based on the rules that were made to be role played. I'm not saying anyone's like breaking any rules, but it's kind of like kind of getting to the point where it's like why are these scenarios are making it very difficult to role play? It really is. It's getting it very difficult to role play because even like, and I want to point some things out is like, I didn't contact Coil. Neither did Kyle, right? Literally, we didn't even know it got sent to him. We audited it. We audited this fucking document that like fucking 2 months later is still happening, right? And because like I don't understand, man. Like, oh my god, fuck me. I'm losing it. I think I actually need to contact somebody so we can like fucking resolve this. I think this has got to get resolved. OOC, I think, is the issue. That's kind of where I'm getting to it, because I don't think people understand like how deep this goes. That's kind of where I'm at with it, because the thing is, like, how the fuck am we supposed to continue to tell people in character we need to move on because this whole fucking shit is laced in such dog shit? You know what I mean? Because, like, how do I tell people my staff is fucking exhausted from, like this? No one's got this context. Like, I don't know. It's like fucking patty cake or something. No, I think they do. I think they just don't fucking realize. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really... You have to understand, right? Let me roll it back. I don't know what you're supposed to do when an entire faction is so disorganized, right? And we're literally debating I don't think there's common sense in the DOJ. I genuinely don't. Like, I think, and that's why I'm saying, like, I think we almost have to, like, I feel like I need to go OOC and be like, you're telling me my resolution point is literally like pressing charges against a player that is not on the server. Like, you dumb fucks need to fucking understand that these, like, you know, like, you're asking us to do things that are going to make this situation worse. And if you don't because they're not picking up on it. I think that's where I'm realizing, like, this topic is so long-winded at this point. I think I'm gonna, like, that's what I mean by have to handle it OC, is like, I think I have to actually message these guys and be like, these edits were illegal. Read the fucking document. And in order for us to prove it, like you're asking us to do yesterday, you're telling us to cause a hearing with players that are not on the server and trying to chill out. Like, it's fucking insane. And that's kind of where some of us are getting heated from, because it's like, not this woe is me bullshit. It's like, boys, move the fuck on. Like, genuinely. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it, and I don't know how to fucking handle it, to be honest. The fact that these dumb fucks in character are like, in case someone abuses the FOIA. You dumb fucks. Those allegations were when I requested 4 months. So how are you coming off and saying when someone abuses it, you dumb fucks? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you saying that Nino abused it by asking? You get what I'm saying? I genuinely think like it's actually absurd. It's random what ifs based, like, it's insane. So I don't know. Like, I think I may. They don't have time. They don't want to roll it back. Like, I don't think they realize how much shit this is laced with and how bad things are gonna get. And I want shit to just be healthy fucking roleplay. But the thing is, they're not willing to kill off like this this entire storyline that has been bad for a minute, right? When people stop playing off of it, like, I get it, right? I don't know the why. I don't know, you know, what. Some of it is quite frankly bullshit, right? But I don't want anything to do with it. Trying to fucking move on. And I think I'm gonna have to need like genuinely be blunt, or I need to actually have this mediated so that it can be understood that, like, guys, we can't just skip this, right? Don't say weird shit in chat, right? And I don't want any, like, fucking, you know, oh my god. Oh my lord. So I think I need to be literally, but I can't be blunt, bro, because, like, that's a challenge I'm facing, is like, how am I supposed to be blunt about this? You can't just be like /OOC. Like, you have to understand that this is a you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, man, like, at a certain point, these guys aren't getting the message. When the governor comes in, we resolve it in a meeting, and they're still not able to, like, they're still able to produce excuses. What organization has a meeting, can leave that meeting and not do anything, and still think they have a leg to stand on? It's actually insane that you go to a meeting with the governor and you leave. And, like, I want to, like, we don't even know. Did Hart and Hollow quit? They told us yesterday. How are they okay with that? Yeah, the verbal gymnastics. Yeah, I know, dude. I don't want to be insulting, but it's getting to that point. Like, it's hard. Like, imagine Nino standing in that meeting. Do you understand how hard it is to, like, not be insulting in that situation, but with Nino, right? Like, I don't know. It's that's where I'm at with it. Like, I think I should hit up these guys and just be like, you're asking me to press charges against people and expose this. Like, you're asking me to protect you while simultaneously fucking me in the ass. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Like, high key, like, this is kind of how I felt for, like, a lot of things that have been happening, right? Is like, I feel like for so long, I only roleplay things out, right? But I'm just going to be honest. It feels like our team, myself, Pred, Naya, keep getting no balls. What are you going to do about it? No balls. What are you going to do about it? No balls. And then it's like we do something in character as a response, and then we're so used to, you know what the immediate reaction is? We went OOC. We did something nasty. We did something unfair, right? And that's why it's like PTSD from that shit, right? And my staff is completely fucking exhausted with that, bro. We're like, we keep getting no balls, and then it's like motherfuckers start crying. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I genuinely don't. And I get that these guys like inherited it, but they're not moving on. They're not letting us move on. So now it's like, well, fuck, here we go again. You know what I mean? Like, you're creating a scenario where you want me to insult you in character, right? You're gonna get insulted. The entire meeting is like actual like Walmart employee level of understanding of shit, right? And it's not because they're stupid people. It's because like it's very obvious that they are lazy. They don't know how to prioritize what's important. And they're masking their laziness and them not having done anything in, like, you know, they didn't do anything this week. They were told that they needed to do all this. They didn't do it. And the replies they were giving was like fucking, you know, when you like make up shit, like, you know, you didn't do your homework and you're lying to the teacher. That's what that was, right? It was fucking obvious. Because we were getting horseshit answers. Dr. Naya asked about like what's going on with legislation. 1 minute it's constitutional. It's constitutional because of some horseshit. Suck my dick. No, it's not. Stop being dumb. Like some of us have like we're, that's why Nino said I'm not fucking retarded, because I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't I don't know how to express this without people getting really mad that I end up calling him out. But it's creating that situation, man. It's like, it's the same thing again. No balls, no balls, no balls, no balls. We just need to be honest about it. So I don't know how to RP it out. I don't. Because I feel like I'm going to get someone upset again. So it's easier to just tell the city, well, guess what? Get fucked. Like, I don't think they understand. Like, I don't know how we left that meeting yesterday and nothing got done. How anyone's supposed, like, bro, this isn't. Bro, we couldn't even talk about diet. No one wanted to work in that room. I wasted my time yesterday. Like, no one had any sympathy that Dr. Naya literally has been trying to roleplay out medical marijuana and bring life to the police, to the hospital through it for fucking, like, nearly, bro, for 4 months. She got hired when I did. And it was just like, we don't have time, sweetheart. We don't have time, Dr. Naya. It's okay. Look, I know it took you 4 months to do this, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm trying to be as civil as I can. Like I said, reiterate, I don't blame the individuals, but the problem is we need somebody that, like, literally, like, recognizes this shit is fucking AIDS and like helps resolve this on the DOJ side, like, reasonably. Because if they don't, I am literally trying not to role play out Nino Chavez, and have been for probably 3 months, because I know if I'm reacting based on character, it's gonna be a lot worse, and that's what has been the issue. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at, like, Nino stood to that, like anyone that knows this character knows that I am holding him the fuck back, because even the little ounces of doing things has resulted in so much drama. Like, and I don't want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I genuinely don't know what to do. We're literally getting ass fucked. The entire city is getting ass fucked, and it's just my tongue has been bit off at this point. Imagine we are getting harassed, abused, and we're the aggressor. Like, I don't get it, man. I really don't. Like, well, how are we supposed to be nice about that? I don't get it. Like, am I a lot? Like, this isn't like, is the like, I don't know, man. I really don't. I think the DOJ is still trying to grasp on a power that they don't have, even though the governor told them straight up. Like, I don't like even right now, I'm getting a little frustrated because it's like, we never even walked out of that meeting with a fucking response. We didn't. And I think that's kind of where I'm at with it, is like I just don't know. Like, that's what pissed me off with the audit thing. Like, those audits were sent out, the players aren't playing anymore, they've already resigned, and you're asking us to now get them back in the city in order to prove that these things happened. Like, it's so AIDS. Bro, like, I'm not trying to put that on people that are trying to chill right now. The DOJ literally killed a massive arc, like the organization. It was so much momentum, man. In the first term, even the second term, views were like fucking skyrocketing for literally everybody. But this little petty drama between, for power grasping off simple shit and delaying, you know, literally was like the equivalent of someone burning their house down because, you know, their parents said, no, you can't have ice cream. Like, it's tough for a lot of folks. We need to make forward progress. I could just ignore all of them. Maybe I just skip all that RP, to be honest, and we just focus on the mall. I think that's kind of where I'm sorted and going with it. Well, actually, there's another route we can do, but it's literally going to cut out the DOJ entirely. And I think that is maybe what we end up doing. Like, I don't know. I might give them a choice. I don't know, man. I don't want to do it though. Like, but I don't know. Does 2-to-1 vote everything? Yeah, it's gonna be 3-to-1 vote for everything. Well, the thing is, like, we can literally enact everything into legislation if we want to. And I think I might just do that and then post everything to the docket myself and say, suck my dick. But, like, I don't want to do these things because I feel so, like, it feels so baity is the problem. But they're not recognizing how it's baity because they don't have the context of what the background is to this. Right? But I'm gonna give Weiss, I think, at least a day to respond, and we'll go from there. But the problem is, I don't even know. These motherfuckers don't even have a speaker to run it. One day it's Heart, next day it's Hollow, next day it's Arcadia. Now, yesterday it was Weiss. It's like, bruh. Like, it's like fucking customer support hotline. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck? Yeah, we're gonna have like McNee or whoever the new justice is next week. Well, yeah, it's exacerbating the game of telephone because these guys have the memory of goldfish. Bro, Pred's law, like, this is how bad it is. Pred, for whatever reason, they literally instantly repealed. Right? They instantly repealed the legislation. That's literally illegal. So, like, they're not even reading they didn't even pay attention to the meeting. It's in writing. It's literally in writing. It's in writing that there's a 3-day contest period, but for some reason, like, obviously Pred wants ultimate power, right? Convinced Arcadia that we agreed that you can just, like, instantly repeal shit. It's in writing that based on version 1 and version 2, you can't do that. It's in writing. You can't. So, like, what do you do with that when people are ignoring what's in writing? You know what I mean? Like, at what point do you start calling it out? Hold on, let me show you. So it's understood. Where is it? They shall post the intent to remove, and a 3-day window for contest will open. So, like, that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the consensus shit is fucking brain dead, to be honest. I mean, they should, well, solo is, I mean, the thing is, right now, so the problem is that the justices need to figure out how the fuck they're going to operate with the legislative wings. Because and I think the problem is they've leaned so heavily in the past for Angel to do it that they don't know how to function without, like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's actually insane. So I think, like, that's my worry, is that they're going to cut themselves out of the entire conversation and they're going to get hyper stonewalled, right? Unless we start to see some progress here. How do you ignore the DOJ? When it comes to legislative matters, easy. We can literally outvote them, go to referendum. We can literally sign state legislation collectively. Like, yeah, we already have the mechanisms. We've just been trying to be fair and keep them at the table. But whether they realize it or not, they're abusing our kindness at this stage, right? The thing, like, you know what I mean? I mean, that's where the middle ground, like about removing the $3,000 fee, was also equally annoying, because the holdup isn't just the fee. You can't request FOIAs. We had the chief of police, both mayors, Dr. Naya, and like one of the most prominent lawyers sign it, and it's still been 2 months. And then we don't even have like a single sentence response back. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now, is like, I'm kind of like, I know what I would do in RP, but I also know that I'm not trying to screw these guys, OOC. But I also know that we're getting no balls, and there's not, instead of like understanding as they need to be, they kind of are coming with some like dumb fuck understanding of what the history is. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. That's kind of why I'm thinking like maybe having the governor is probably the best way to handle it. Is that maybe that's the only way make forward progress, so that they can all see what's happening. Because it seems like they're only doing work when the governor shows up, unfortunately. That's just the like fact right now. I'm sure they're doing some work, but I want to go back to it. They need like a fucking project manager, bro. Like, I don't think they recognize it, is that they need a speaker because they are so disorganized is the issue. They're coming across as hyper incompetent because they don't have anyone that understands. Like, it's clearly an issue of organization, man. That's why they're coming across as incompetence. They're not sharing information with each other. They're not. You have 5 people that have equal weight. None of them are actually responsible individually. And they talk in we's and us's. Which might work when it comes to rulings. It does not work when you're trying to have a government level conversation. Yeah, exactly. Like, we're not trying to re-engage debates. That's the thing. They're re-engaging debates. Like, okay, new guy shows up. Hey, now re-explain and make me believe this needs to happen. Fuck out of here, dude. We already concluded on this. Okay. Well, they implied yesterday that Hart and Hollow are checked out. So, like, why are they still justices? It's confusing. They're like, well, they have knowledge of what? You're telling us, like, literally verbatim that we should file dereliction of duty. I mean, are we going to ignore that Hollow, like, literally was, like, trying to work with us? And you know what's crazy? Hollow is trying to work with us, and that motherfucker looked like he got in trouble for it. Like, that's what the wild thing about it all was. Like, shit was moving with Hollow. Like, Guy barely had time, right? But at least he showed up and, like, was making it go forward. But the moment he, like, tried to help, he, like, got in trouble. You know what I mean? And I feel like these guys are literally, like, they're breeding... Like, I'm just being honest, okay? It actually seems like that internally... It's like they have a fucking, I don't think they know or realize that it sounds like a very toxic environment where they're fucking brainwashed into working a certain way and they get in hyper trouble with each other. But don't they supposed to have the same voice? Like, you saw that, right? Like Hollow would try to work with us and we literally watched him getting in trouble in front of us. And then he'd be afraid of saying anything. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? I think the entire paradigm needs to be revisited, to be honest. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know, man. Like I said, I don't know who to talk to because you don't know who you're talking to when you talk to them, right? So I kind of want to just like skip them all if they can't figure it out. Well, that's the situation right now is everyone else in the city, including the chief and whatever, is sort of like all working together and like, no, like bro, gangs don't even go, like we've managed to create an environment where gangs do not even reference the entirety of a department anymore, right? Well, except for BCSO, they're finally slowly cracking. When's the last time do you really hear like the entire LSPD being at fault for something? Thing is, no one else is operating like that. I don't know. Well, there you go. That's like, so if anytime you're like, why is SMEHDI not doing some crazy shit with Nino, it's because like I'm not trying to create grief for other players for creating situations that are pissing everybody off. We have the right to be mad, right? Everybody. We literally have had to deal with such nasty shit and we're trying to move on. But we're keep getting no balls, man. It really is. So I'm going to give some like wiggle room, but if you're like, why isn't this happening? I don't want more accusations. Like some of the guys I play with have like IRL jobs, right? Most of them do. You think I really need them to be like getting bullshit sent their way? You know what I mean? Over roleplay. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious.
Hey man, you got eyes, right? Nobody fucks with me, you got it?
But the equal can be said, like, I don't want this shit going towards the judges that have picked up on it. Like, you know, picked it up. Like, they're not at fault for those things that occurred. And they shouldn't have any toxicity sent their way. But, like, we need to, like, and that's kind of where I'm at, where it's like, they gotta pick up on, like, that this shit is not just... I don't know. Pred's got it. Kyle keeps saying he's got to get Pred at 70. Oh my God, Pred at 70. Lord have mercy. Man, you don't even know how much I've had to dial back my character. Bro, I look at a woman wrong and I'm dasMEHDI's a sexist. Yo. Yo, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Yo. I don't know how that, I can only assume people know that I'm brown and they just make that like racist association. You know what I mean? Oh, he's he's brown, he must be sexist. They're used to that back wherever he's from type shit. Like, it's crazy, man. It's the only thing that could really make sense in my mind. Those damn, yeah, where this motherfucker's from, I've seen it on Fox. That's a thing. I don't know, man. It's the only thing that makes sense in my mind. Like, it's, racism can make you think some wild fucking shit. Jingle, jingle. I think at the end of the day, people want to see the RP move forward, and anything that impedes the role play needs to really move away, because I think it's important for the enjoyment, the grand enjoyment and the grand success of the server, right, and storylines for those things to happen. And perfection isn't needed, but things need to be more efficient, and we need to find out how that efficiency takes place. I'm sort of thinking out loud. I didn't expect to think these things this morning. It just kind of like, I'm like, well, what are we going to do next with this? And then I had this like realization that they need people to take on responsibility. And if they don't do that, like, genuinely, the only solution is some magician's got to come in and like literally fix the DOJ, because it's been fucking broken for 4 months now. I don't know who it's gonna be, but someone's got to do it, man. Someone who can literally just say, you are in charge of this. That's it. That's literally all they need to do to fix it. They need to just assign people responsibility instead of saying we are collectively responsible. Fuck out of here. Yeah. I mean, part of it is DOJ is a thankless job, right? They get a lot of bullshit. They really do. But like, I'm realizing too that as of right now, they're bringing it onto themselves without even realizing they're bringing it onto themselves. And it's hard to convey that, right? It's hard to convey it. How do I put it? It's hard to convey it because in order to convey it individually, they need to actually have seen everything that's happened. But the only people that have seen everything that's happened is like my staff and Dr. Naya, because we've worked with all of them. Yeah. So. Yeah, I definitely think the DOJ needs a speaker that's voted in. They need a speaker. The speaker is literally just responsible for making sure the DOJ moves forward. That's it. They're not the Chief Justice. They're literally just the speaker. Without a speaker, without someone who's responsible for making forward progress, there is no progress. You know what I mean? But like I said, this hits. Yeah. That's what happened in 3.0. He was appointed chief as a mean of communication. Yeah. I don't care who it is. It needs to be somebody. I don't think you need to be in the city much to be the speaker. Possibly you just need someone. You need one head. The problem is, man, that what I'm pointing out here is like common sense. Like shit. For some reason, though, I think people in the DOJ have convinced themselves that their paradigm of like task communication, whatever management supersedes hundreds of years of like of studies, research, like no system in like real life works the way that they think that their thing can work. And so that's kind of what's being dealt with, right? How do you you get what I mean by that? Is that making sense? Probably not, because I'm saying it like ass. Is that the way that they're functioning right now, there is no equivalence in real life because it's brain dead. Supreme Court does not work that way, right? Little aspects of it might, right? When it comes to like making decisions. When it comes to like legal shit, right? But like certain things, but not everything. Yeah, it's called the first seat. When you have a jury trial, right? I don't know. I'm one step forward, two steps back. The thing is, I don't even know how much I trust the DOJ to have like fear. Like at this stage, things are so cooked where we're sending paperwork to every single member of the justices. I don't even know if I trust them to be able to oversee any court case involving myself, Fred, Dr. Naya, or anything, because they've made themselves be so extremely biased out of inaction that they all need to be involved in everything, to the point that how the fuck do they oversee anything at this point? To the point where they're using verbiage of like, to make you happy. It's like, no, you're being retarded. It's not to make us happy. It's that you don't have like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not, there's no favor being done here. They're being derelict.